Okay, now we're going to talk about monitoring backups. Now, this is one of our absolute favorite features. We love this feature because what we do is we give you the status complete for every backup in the log itself so you can see how far along it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now, this is definitely one of those cases where you want to run the backups using Backup Master because Backup Master is the only one that turns on the log monitor. So the log monitor itself is actually controlled by this, or actually it's a status monitor really, is controlled by this Minion Backup Status Monitor job. And so the Master SP does a couple things. It checks that the service is on, and the agent service, and if the agent service is on, then it turns on the status monitor if it's not already turned on, because you could have multiple backups running at once and the status monitor could already be started. So if the status monitor isn't on, then it turns it on, and then it turns it off when it's done. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I believe that this Minion database on here is big enough to monitor. So when I hit go, I'm going to go into another window and I'm going to select from backup log and backup details to show you the difference between the data we get there. Now you see here I'm 5% complete. This one just says processing Minion. So it's just an overall status column. It's a high level column. Let's do another one. See here we're at 32% complete for this database. You see how cool this is? Right in the log you get to see what percent complete the database is. So if you come in the morning and you've still got a backup job running and you expected it to be done a couple hours ago, the big question is always, what do I do? Is it 5% complete or is it 95% complete? Do I stop it or do I let it go forward? Well, now you have a way to find out very easily. There we go, and we're at 100% and it's done. And now it says all complete here and all complete here. So now you have a way of knowing very easily what the status of the job is, and you know, and you know where to go to get it. And it's not complicated. You just select from log details and it'll tell you where it is. Now, by default, the status monitor job updates this table every 5 seconds. I think that's more than adequate. But if you, for some reason, want it to be more frequently or less frequently, then that's really easy. You can just come into the job and just change the time. This is in seconds. So if you want to do it every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes or every 1 second or every 30 seconds, just go ahead and change this time and you'll be good. Now let's go ahead and watch it roll through a bunch of databases. I'm going to set this database name equal to null, and that's going to process all of the databases on this laptop. I'm going to run the master, user databases, I'm going to do full backups, and I want it to be null. Statement only is 0 and null. So there we go. Let's kick that off. And now let's come over here and watch what happens. So you see here it says it's processing report server. Report server, or it hasn't done anything yet. We're still waiting for it to do something. There we go. So these are all really small databases. So you can see these guys are already 100%. And you can watch it crawl through these, right? There will be a few seconds in between. There we go. Now you notice also that we give you the status too. So you can see right now that for the TDE backup test, that it was creating the directories at the time that I queried this. So we'll tell you what we're doing at all phases of the game, and that's why this says backup complete and this one says all complete, because there are a number of things that we could be doing in here. We could be verifying files, we could be copying files, we could be moving files. There are a number of things that we could be doing, and so this is just to let you know that the backup itself is complete, but the job itself could roll through here and do other things. It could come through here and copy a bunch of files on top of that, and then you would see these things rolling through the copy file operations. You'll see it file actions in here, and in here you'll see a status update. Let's see where we are now. We should be almost finished. There we are, and Minion is at 50% and everything else is complete, and it's only backup complete right now, right? So let's see, we're at 77% for this one. We're almost there, and it still says processing Minion up here because this is the high level view. At this view we don't really care exactly what it's doing. We just care that, you know, which database it's processing. Good. Now you see here, now they're all complete, which means that everything on all of the actions that this job is going to perform are complete, and we even say that right here, that it's all complete and all complete. And there you go. That is how to monitor the status of the job and the percent complete.